Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps, what's going on, you sexy bitches? It is I, your tribal god of extreme and one sexy human being, Peter Joseph here, for a late Friday night video, right here on main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Lucha Libre 9. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this very channel and my other channels as well. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook. And in gobbledygook down below, the description marks, whatever you want to call it. So subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on the video from past, now, and in the future, Conan. But all these stupid comments, you're gonna get blocked. You don't like that? Go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it for that. So don't do that. But what you can do is share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because you miss anything, you need to get slapped in the fucking face. Because you're SOL, and you better know what that means. But if you don't know what it means, look it up, asshole. And, that's pretty much it. Stop being such a lazy fuck and do something. Do something! Do something! Look it up if you don't know what SOL means. SOL means. That's pretty much it. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. And once again, sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab a cold one. I finished mine because I was thirsty. So, but if I had one, But anyway. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab a cold one, and enjoy the show. You like it? Great. You don't? There's the door. Go fuck yourself. Go on your dead channel that nobody gives two fucks about. And keep doing boring as fuck videos for clout. I don't do any videos for clout, so. You think that? Then you got problems. Because you can't really you can't really prove it with any validity. And that's an SAT word. And, that's, pretty much it. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that good shit. You like it, and then, all that good stuff. But like I said, if you like the video, great. You know, get out of here, go fuck yourself. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I talked enough with the long-winded intro. Hope everybody had a great Friday. The final day of January the 31st, 2025, or if you're on my great replay crew, it is now the 1st of February the 1st, 2025. We are at Royal Rumble weekend. We got Royal Rumble coming tomorrow night, from Lucas Oil Stadium in that great city of Indianapolis, Indiana. Should be a great pay-per-view tomorrow. And we also got Collision, but nobody's going to watch that. If you do, God bless you. But probably watching it Sunday, but, you know, who knows. But got a lot of things to talk about tomorrow with the Royal Rumble, the surprises that might be happening, who might be in the Rumble, what could happen with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, and a whole lot more on the show. I think we got 4 official matches, because the Royal Rumble matches will be 2 hours, so there's, 6 to 8, and then you got a filler matches with the 2 out of 3 falls match should go at least, I say 20, maybe, I say 20, 30 minutes max, and then the match between Cody and Kevin Owens, I would say goes about 20, 30 minutes tops. I say about 20 to 30. So there you go. You got about that. You got about another hour to kill with those 2 matches. But I would think the women's Royal Rumble will open the show, and the men's should close the show. But then again, it probably will be Cody ending the show, but who knows. But, yeah. I think it'll be the women's Royal Rumble match, then the 2 out of 3 falls tag team title match between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. Then to go probably right to the men's Royal Rumble, And then I think they'll end the show with Cody and Kevin Owens. But then again, they could flip the last two matches. But we'll see what happens with that. And some segs here and there to kind of bridge the 3 hours, possibly a 4-hour show. But we'll see what happens with that. It's one of the big four, so I would assume it's probably going to go 3, maybe 3.5, 4 hours. But we got that. As we go to next month, March the 1st, for the Elimination Chamber, that should be at least 3 hours. So, at least 3. So that's going to go from 6 to 9, and then WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, I would probably think it's going to go 3, maybe 4 hours. So it's probably going to be 6 to 10, maybe 6 to 11. I doubt that, but you never know with WrestleMania. So, at least it won't go 8 hours like 35 did. Oh, that was too long. Way too long. Never, and I think that was before they actually went to 2 nights. It's a good thing they went to 2 nights because they got so many people on the roster and so many titles on the line that some of them are defended at Mania, some of them are not. I don't know why, but and then they really have the WrestleMania Raw, WrestleMania before the SmackDown before WrestleMania, which is usually they have a couple of title matches, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, stuff like that. So, which really that should be on one of the nights as a filler match or a kickoff show match, which they don't do kickoff show matches anymore, But it is what it is. But we'll get to Mania in a couple months. We're already at the beginning of February, so we got pretty much 2.25 months to go before we hit Mania and Easter. So time moves pretty fast. You don't stop to think about it once in a while and look around once in a while. You could miss it. And to quote the great movie that it is, Spaceballs, what happened to then? No, we're at now. Everything is happening now. It's happening right now. What happened to then? We missed it. Fuck! Oh! When? Oh! Good old Spaceballs. You gotta love it. It's a timeless classic. But I digress. Barf! Bartholomew. God, they should remake that. I know they obviously can't because they gotta get a new cast. So, I don't know who could play all those parts, but, probably the newbies, Well, you could throw in a couple of, old people, but you can't get the original cast, obviously, because John Candy's dead. I think King Roland, the guy who played King Roland's dead. Jim J. Bullock, I believe, is dead. I think the only people that are alive is Lone Star! And, Princess Vespa's still alive. I know that. Rick Moranis is technically still alive. I think everybody else that was in the movie that played major parts is pretty much all of them are dead. Maybe Colonel Sanders, I think, is still alive, but, obviously I doubt that any of them will reprise their roles in the remake of Spaceballs, but we never know. With Hollywood, it's like, hey, let's remake Spaceballs. With who? Let's get a brand new cast. We got young and up-and-coming actors. Let's do it. Yeah. Just a new script. I don't know about a new script, but I don't know how they would remake that, but either remake it with a new cast, different script, obviously, different jokes and stuff like that, but Lone Star, and, Mel Brooks is pretty much ancient, so he won't be able to make it anyway, so had to get a new President Scoob! Salute! Hail Scoob! Yeah. I actually saw a video that were thinking about remaking Back to the Future, but I don't think that should be ever remade. You gotta have a cameo from Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd in it. and then it'll actually be a remake. But that's a movie you can't touch. I'm sorry. As much as everybody wants, a fourth one. Really, there should be a prequel, but how would you? Well, you could do a prequel, like how the time machine actually got built. I mean, they explain it, but how the hell did Doc get a DeLorean? That's what I want to know. How did he get the? We kind of knew how he got the petroleum. He stole it from the Libyans, but how did he go back, go into the future and bring it back? We don't know that. Well, we couldn't really go into the future because petroleum was around for many years, so I don't know how do we remake any of the '80s movies, but God, I would love for a remake of Spaceballs any day of the week, twice on Sunday. That's pretty much it. But we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, we got the Royal Rumble coming up later tomorrow night. Collision as well, going head to head. Pretty much the first hour of Collision would be going up against pretty much whatever is probably the men's Royal Rumble or near the end of the pay-per-view. So, wouldn't it be great, and the next week it will be Collision will be, nothing will be on to mess it up. But on the 15th of February, we got NXT Vengeance Day, which is at 6 or 7 o'clock. So that'll be a lead-in to Grand Slam Australia, which is going to be at 10:30 p.m. on the great station of TNT, which will be on super tape delay. So after the NBA All-Star Games Saturday night festivities, then we'll get Collision around 10:30 till 12:30. And that should be a pretty good show, Tony Storm and Maria May for the women's title. We could see a title change, maybe not. I think Mercedes Moné defending her TBS title against Harley Cameron, that's not going to change. I still think, and I will mention it on my AEW review, which I'll do later tomorrow. Oh, not later tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon sometime. Because I got a lot of things I gotta finish up. I got Dynamite review to do. I gotta do predictions for the Rumble. We'll do TNA probably Sunday sometime, maybe. We'll do the review for Royal Rumble tomorrow night. Probably like late night, not around this time, but maybe a little earlier than that. But anyway. So we got a lot of videos coming this weekend, so stay tuned, hit that bell so you don't miss anything. And then Sunday we got the Hedgehog. See what happens with that little fucking varmint. See if we get 6 more weeks of winter, or we get a very early spring. But, next week is not going to be great here in the Northeast. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be up and down temperatures. Supposed to get a little bit of snow Wednesday. And then Thursday is going to be, all rain, and then we're getting another one next weekend, but not much snow. Then it's going to be all washed away on next Sunday, because it's going to be 55 degrees. So whatever snow we do get will be gone. But the temperatures are just, up and down. Like my dick in your mom's fucking ass. But, alright, enough about weather and all that shit. Let's get to actual stuff. But I hope you had a great day, and I hope you have a great weekend. The unofficial first weekend of February, and it's gonna go like that, because it's the shortest month of the year. 28 days. We're 27 days away from the end of February and the beginning of March. So, under 4 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll be in March already. I'm like, damn, that quick? Shit. We got Valentine's Day coming up in under 2 weeks. President's Day and all that other shit, so. Gonna be quick, so, for all you, lovebirds out there, I would start thinking about getting your significant other, a card, some flowers, candy for the ladies, take them out to dinner, lunch, dinner, and, then again, and we all know what Valentine's Day is. It's National Nobody Uses a Condom Day. Because, nobody does, but, be safe anyway, but, because it's Valentine's Day, and you gotta be nice to your significant other. You're gonna be sleeping on the couch. For you guys out there. But, it is what it is. You know what, every time people, men and women get into a fight, they're a married couple, like, oh, you sleep on the couch, you ain't sleeping next to me in our bed, get out of here. I wish a guy would tell the chick, get out of my bed, go on the couch, bitch, get out of here. Go sleep on the couch, I'm gonna go lay down on the bed and get out of here, piss me off. You ain't getting this, dick. Fuck you. Ruined Valentine's Day. And just remember, guys, pull out a 2. Because you don't want to know what's coming in 9 months. But, for some of you people, some of you guys, you don't have any game whatsoever. And I'm talking about pull-out game, dating game. It's just you're just a bunch of sad sack fucking virgins. But it is what it is. I get the steak, and I know how to use it. So. That's that. Alright, enough of that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this not late, but it is late here in the Northeast. But on your late Friday night, January the 31st, 2025, or like I said, if you're on the replay crew, it is now February the 1st, 2025, right here on the Kill with Demons channel. I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that already. And it is time for your almost late night WWE Smackdown review for January the 31st, 2025. This is the official final go-home show before tomorrow night's Royal Rumble event on the road to WrestleMania 41 in Vegas, coming up on Easter weekend, along with NXT, well, for NXT purposes, Stand and Deliver. But that's going to be, at the, where was that supposed to be at? I think they said the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Because, we all know it's, WrestleMania is going to be in Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play. So it's going to be at another arena. Who knows where in Vegas? A lot of people want it at the Sphere, which would be nice, but it's not going to happen. You'd be lucky to get a wrestling show in the Sphere. But, yeah. It is what it is. I'd love for them to have it, because they didn't get it. You don't even need a Titantron. You just have the Sphere, do all that shit. That would be epic. But I doubt we'll ever get a wrestling show inside the Sphere in Vegas. But we'll get there. But we'll be in Vegas, like I said, in 2 months for Easter weekend and for NXT Stand and Deliver. But before we get that, let's talk about tonight's SmackDown, emanating from Indianapolis, Indiana, where the Pacers play, and that is the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Legendary arena. Alright, so as always, our commentary team, well, we had a lot of people tonight. We had our main SmackDown team of Joe Tessitore and his good buddy, and he plays on a mean electric twanger, and that's Stu Bennett, otherwise known as Bad News Reed Bennett. And Joe, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. What's the bad news there, Wade? I can't get the words out of my mouth. That's some bad news. Pretty much. Also, we had Pat McAfee, the hometown boy, and Mitchell Cole, the guy who cannot crowd surf for his life. Anybody see that at the kickoff show today? What the fuck was that? At least Cody knows how to do it, but nobody wanted to freaking... His crowd's over like, nobody wants to touch Cody! And then Michael Cole's like, trust fall. Like 3 people holding him up. I'm like, come on. I'm like, come on, Indy. Really? Really? You can't fucking learn how to fucking hold up people for when they're crowd surfing? You never seen a crowd surfing crowd before? I mean, come on. Indy fucking sucks. You want to see that shit in New York because, you know, when people crowd surf in New York at a metal show, oh boy. I've never done it, but, you know, I've seen it, and I've seen people get kicked in the fucking head violently. Oy. I was at a Black Label Society concert way back when. Zach Wild! No, that guy. And I'm sitting up front. I think it was Berserkus 2010, I believe. I can't remember what concert, but what year either. I think it was 2009, 2010, Berserkus. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm near the front, and, you know, Zach's playing the electric twanger. Next thing I know, freaking big, tall guy starts freaking coming all the way. I'm like, oh shit, this guy. And I know he was coming. Next thing I know, the guy in back of me got hit flush right in the face. And he was busted wide open. They had to get him out of there. I was like, shit, it could have been me. So, standing in the front row at a metal concert, you know, it's an adventure. It's a jungle out there, my friends. You got the freaking maniacs, you know, go all the wave and shit. You're pushing from behind. They're pushing you all the way to the freaking guardrail. I hate that. Because, you know, if I'm next to, like, a bunch of chicks, and, you know, hot chicks, too, and they're getting swarmed, I have to protect them. Even if Rosa was next to me, too, I have to do that, too. But sometimes Rosa doesn't usually stay around where I am, but, you know. A couple of shows, she was back. She always got involved in a massive mosh pit. It was just insane. We went to the PNC Bank Arts Center for, I forgot what, which one was that? It was during the Star Course Wasteland tour. I think it was the Uproar tour, the festival. I think it was Uproar, I forget which one, but anyway. Blah, blah, blah. In this moment, you know, I was on second, actually, and I met, then bass player Kyle Conkey, who's now in, Bad Wolves, I believe. As soon as we get in, and then we go through the PNC, and we go all the way around to, like, you know, not where the food court is per se, but you know, you get your water, you know, stuff like that, and then you get in the parking lot, the other side of the parking lot. You know, there's one stage over here, there's one stage all the way over there. That was annoying, But anyway, I met Kyle. I was like, hey, I didn't even recognize him at first. Like, is that you, Kyle? Not Kyle O'Reilly, but yeah, I met Kyle Contio. Like it was going right by In This Moment's merch tent, mind you. And I was like, Kyle, is that you? He's like, oh, I was like, dude! He's setting up the merch tent and everything. I'm like, that's a great guy. And I had the In This Moment Star Course Wasteland shirt on. So it's like, come back right after we get off, dude. I'm like, I'll be here first thing as soon as you get off, I'm there. You know, but anyway, they went on second. I forgot what band went on first, I forget, but anyway, long story short, when they played Daddy's Fallen Angel, Maria would go out in the crowd and have a circle pit with the chicks around the soundboard. So I'm over here, the stage is here, and Chris Howard, the great man that he is like right here. Threw me a pick, I caught like 5 of them, but I still have them, so I have them somewhere. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. So Daddy's Fallen Angel starts kicking in. Maria goes into the crowd. Rosa, who was behind me, starts. I'm like, where are you going? She's like, oh, I'm going to go over there. I'm like, okay, go over there. I didn't know she was going by the soundboard. Next thing you know, I'm watching Chris and the band play, and I'm like looking around, where the fuck did she go? Right? So later on, near the end of the song, she comes back over to me. I'm like, where the fuck were you? She goes, I was by the soundboard with Maria. I'm like, you better have been near her, not in the mosh pit. I could have lost a girlfriend there. Holy shit. Because you know how those mosh pits get. But you fall down, they'll pick you up. Some of them. I know that from experience, by the way. Somewhat. And yes, I have been inside the Wall of Death. The good ones, not the ones that suck. You see them in Europe. Europe, you need to do better with the Wall of Death. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, I could have lost my girlfriend. I could have lost Rosa in a freaking mosh pit. Not the first time. It was when they were doing the same tour, actually. Like a year later, we went to some little rinky-dink freaking bar type thing in Lower Manhattan, like around Canal Street area. Daddy's Fallen Angel plays again. Maria's on the other side. She's on the bar. The bar's over here. I'm like right here, of course. I'm near the stage. I should have been on stage. Yeah, that was later years. It was a couple years after that I was actually on stage. You all know, remember that? 2 million plus hits. But I digress. But yeah. Rosa was like a little ways behind me. And then little rinky-dink place, freaking massive mosh pit starts. And some guy wearing a chicken hat saves her from... Again, I would have lost my girlfriend or she would have got severely hurt. And I would have known. Why did you save her, I'm like, hey, I'm watching a band. Shut up. Hey, she wants to be around the mosh pit, that's her business, not mine. Why did you save your girlfriend? Such a guy you are. Fuck you. Alright, fuck you. Rosa's a metalhead till she's pretty much dead. But, but it is what it is, but... And Rosa knows a thing or two about, when people crowd surfing. Oh, remember that during the Blood Tour? Some girl kept fucking crowd surfing every 5 seconds. Annoying. I let the security guy know. It's like, hey, you gotta tell us, can't do that every 5 seconds. You gotta, settle down there. And I remember, I think it was at the Berserker store, the same tour I was talking about, where the guy got kicked in the face. I think it was that guy. He was coming over. I'm like, where's the security guards to save this guy? Next thing you know, slam, splat, right on the fucking concrete. Where's the security guards? Over there. And he just fell flat. We heard splat. I thought the whole show was gonna stop because the guy got just slammed to the floor. Do better, security. You need to do better. You see some big guy coming, you better be there. Just can't let him splat on the floor. And I looked at the security, I'm like, come on! What are you doing? Sometimes I hate standing in the front because, and then you got the crowd surfers coming over, and then next thing you know, there's no security guards there. I'm like, I guess somebody wants to die. Shit. And I'm just there looking. speaking of passing away, my prayers and condolences go out to the people that passed away in those horrific airplane crashes over the last couple days. The one in D.C., which killed about 67 people. Ugh. And then tonight there was a plane crash right around a mall in Philly. What the fuck is going on here with aviation the last couple days? Freaking military plane hits a jet. That, the military plane should have not been, that high, and then boom. And I don't know how the one tonight happened. Killed 6 people so far. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people are getting nervous now. They're like, I'm not gonna fly. You never know, but, you want to fly at your own risk now. Because you never know with these stupid fucking planes and these pilots that think they're pilots, but they're not. But, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the pilot of this plane, this medical plane, they were transporting somebody from Missouri. Missouri all the way to Philly? So, I don't know. Maybe there was some technical difficulties in the plane that made it crash. It just went, woo! And I saw the video of it, and the freaking explosion, boom! But damn, a lot of craziness going on. And then people yelling at Trump because Trump's like, oh, this is the Democrats' fault. It's all Biden's fault. Pretty much it was, but now he's like, he's signing executive orders to get rid of the the DEI. Fix the FAA's one is, for once. The FAA is just fucking retarded, as it is. You got all these fucking airlines that, that are all fucked up with the prices and shit. Yeah, problems with the fucking airplanes. I don't know, man. It's just an adventure going to the airport sometimes. I'm not being, being cocky or anything like that, but, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy when you hear about plane crashes and stuff like that. And we had 2 in the same week. Just sad. So to all those people who passed away, so basically 67 and 6 tonight, 73 people have died in 2 plane crashes. Just sad. I really, 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 really sympathize with the families of the people that died, even the pilots and the co-pilots and everybody on the plane, basically. And I just hope that, the FAA and aviation in general gets fixed quickly. And I think Donald Trump is gonna fix this thing. Something has to be fixed. How did this happen? Why did this happen? Was the pilot drunk or something like that? But that's that. Alright, let's get to Smackdown. So we had Pat McAfee, Mitchell Cole, Joe Tessitore, and Bad News Wade Barrett on the show. So we start off with Mitchell Cole around the stage area. They're not a big stage, the Gene Okerlund stage they call it now, but not that. So anyway, Michael Cole welcomes us to the show. He brings out his good buddy, hometown boy, Pat McAfee, who says, he was mainly the guy, the reason why Indianapolis is getting Royal Rumble and eventually Mania, and maybe SummerSlam. But in any case, he thanks the crowd, thanks to WWE for, allowing him to live his dream when he first started in 2017. Oh, we know that with Adam Cole, baby. he thanks Indianapolis, for allowing him to be the kicker for the Colts, and he pleaded with the powers that be to bring a massive pay-per-view to the greatest host city on God's green earth, Indianapolis. So it talks about the Rumble tomorrow, what's down the road, but if you're not from the city, if you're in from out of town or out of the country, what you need to know is that what you're about to witness out of the city is nothing short of world class. It talks about Indianapolis hosting the national championships, Olympic trials, Final Fours. I think Super Bowls in the future, probably. Who knows? Blah blah blah. So basically, he says, "I love this place. We're gonna rock Lucas Oil Stadium tomorrow. I'm gonna blow the roof off that place. We're gonna have a great Royal Rumble." And they already sold over 65,000 seats. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good for one of the major pay-per-views. They usually get around that many when they go to certain indoor/outdoor stadiums. But it's gonna be indoors. It's gonna be rocking tomorrow night. Can't wait for it. Alright, so we got that. So I gave that first segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. But then we go to probably the segment of the night. Joe Tessitore is now in the ring. He brings out Kevin Owens. He's like, "Oh, we owe it to Kevin because of what happened last week when he was interviewing Cody, and then Kevin comes out and kind of got jealous with Joe Tessitore's interview with Cody, and then he's like, did you interview Cody? You have the balls to say you're a journalist and you don't even interview me? What kind of journalist are you?" Blah, 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 blah. So Kevin comes out and says, "Oh, this is your way of making amends with me?" Says, "This is your way to make it up to me? Fuck you." Basically, So he's like, it's like, "You disrespected me, and then, this past Monday night, I had to sit in the back watching Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, and Cody talk about how I'm gonna wrestle. Like, I'm gonna wrestle you at Mania, and no, I'm gonna wrestle you at Mania, this and that." And they're glossing over the fact that I'm gonna win the belt tomorrow night in that ladder match. And then, Joe Tessitore's like, "I'm not apologizing for doing my job last week by interviewing Cody, but I will apologize if you feel that our coverage has fallen a little bit short of your standards there, Kev." And then Kev's like, "Oh, Joe, you're a tough guy now." And Joe's like, "Oh, fuck. No, I'm just a 53-year-old schmuck. He basically said, "I'm a 53-year-old broadcaster." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, you're 53? God damn, I'm younger than him?" Wow. He's 53, I'm 48. Jeez. He don't look 53. Funny, she don't look Jewish. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. So Kevin then says, "Well, so you can take your apology, shut it up real nice, and shove it up your candy ass." He says, "I don't need your apology. I don't need anybody's apology. He takes down the Winged Eagle title, said, "This is my belt now, and then I'm gonna take this one later." And then of all people, shockingly, CM Punk, he comes out. I'm like, ooh, I'm interested. This is gonna get interesting. So he's like, you know what, Kev? I can't help you. I'm not here to help you. You can't help me. But what I'm here to do is offer an apology. Actually, two. One, sorry for interrupting your little interview. And he's like, "Oh, you know how you feel about Seth freaking Rollins. And I know you feel the same way about me. This isn't my show, but I heard my name invoked, so I thought, why not appear on Smackdown? Why not?" So the second apology is that you made a lot of great points, but I'm sorry if you think I was looking past you to Mania, like it's an automatic thing and Cody's gonna beat you. It's not. So I apologize for that. But just so you know, tomorrow, when I win the Rumble, and he's like, when I win the Rumble tomorrow, to get the crowd like, yeah, you're gonna win! If he does win, who knows? Could be Cena still, Cena was the original pick. But, as always, cards subject to change. So, he says, if you make it past a very angry Cody Rhodes, well, the main event at WrestleMania this year could very well be me versus you, Kev. I'd love to see that. And just man-to-man, face-to-face, I'm letting you know I'm coming for you, so if you win, congrats, champ. Your title reign ain't gonna last that long. And then Kev's like, you know what? I'm very conflicted right now. I'm confused. Because basically, on one hand, there's a lot of guys in the Rumble that I like more than you. In fact, 29 people I actually like more than you. So, basically, the thought of you and me in the main event of WrestleMania, kind of intrigues me. It sounds pretty damn good. Me beating your ass in the main event of Mania. I kind of like that. And, I know what main eventing WrestleMania means to you. And, I know it's one of your goals and this and that. And he brings up, 10 years ago, you probably spent a lot of time regretting that you never get to main event Mania. But now you're back, and it's right at your fingertips, and then, we all remember what happened last year. So it brings that up a little bit. And he's like, I get a warm, fuzzy feeling inside when I picture you years down the line, old, broken, and alone. Oh, does that mean he's gonna get rid of AJ? Hey, bring him my way. That ass! But I digress. But sexing over the fact, blah, 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 that I'm a multiple WrestleMania main eventer while you go to your grave, a miserable failure. So he's like, I hope you don't win the Rumble. And then he goes to leave, and then Punk's like, hey, Kev, where you going? Where you going? We're just getting started here in Indianapolis, Cheap Pop. And it's like, yeah, I never main evented Mania, and we all know that. And he's like, oh, great, you main evented twice, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 2, maybe 3. True, I don't know. So he praises Kev, says you're the best, the biggest superstar backstage. And, he's like, here's something else I haven't done, but somebody else has. Stop me if you know who it is. I, CM Punk, have never lost 5 title matches at the Royal Rumble. Ooh. Punch to the dick. It's like, oh yeah, I never lost to a guy named Logan Paul before either. And he's like, I haven't tried to manipulate my best friend who I've stabbed in the back multiple times. Nice little Punk, not Punk, sorry, generic Osteen, a little reference, like that. So he's like, I'm trying to help you, but, with me a title because, I wasn't confident enough in my own abilities. Like, win, lose, or draw, I do it by myself. You take shortcuts. This and that, and, he's like, I may never, ever main event WrestleMania, but I'll still kick your ass right here, right now, so get in this ring, and let's do it. Don't be scared, don't be afraid. And then Kev's like, fuck that, I'm out of here. So we saw it, a big tease on Raw with Punk possibly winning the Rumble and facing Cody, or Punk wins the Rumble and faces Kevin Owens at Mania. Both matches, I think, would be great main events. Not the main event, but we'll see what happens with that. But I think we all know Cody's winning tomorrow. He's going to retain. and probably face Punk or face Cena, face somebody. But we'll see what happens with that. But all in all, I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to Nicholas Aldis' office, Nick Aldis, where we see The Miz. He's still complaining about Andrade rejecting his mentorship last week. He's like, oh, I want to be your manager because you're going nowhere here on SmackDown. So anyway, he says some people don't recognize greatness when it's right in front of them. And he's like, if Andrade was here right now, I'd slap him right in the face. And Nick's like, well, okay. And Miz is like, he's right behind me, isn't he? Hey, buddy, how's it going? So Andrade's behind him. And then Andrade's like, oh, well, you want to punch me right in the face? How about we have a match later on in the night? So Nick Aldis like, I'll allow it. So we got a match coming up later with The Miz and Andrade. I think it's their first ever match too. So we'll see how that goes, right? But The Miz not feeling so awesome, are we? Nope. That's right, he's not feeling awesome because I'm awesome. I'm the awesome one. I know, Mike. You're more awesome than him. You're gonna be in the Hall of Fame probably before him, hopefully. I hope so. If not, I'm gonna put those bastards to a table. Some awesome, Yeah, we gotta get Mike Awesome in the Hall of Fame, guys. We really, really, really do. Before The Miz. But we'll see what happens with that. So, we move on. Thanks, Mike. Okay, bye! Okay, thank you. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we have a Jimmy Uso promo. So he's facing Carmelo Hayes in a rematch from last week, which pretty much got ruined by Jacob Fatu and Tamatanga. Yeah. The wrestling gremlin. So we get that. It was like, you want to make a name out of me, out of me there, Carmelo. The veteran versus the rookie. He's like, I've been to Game 7, I main evented WrestleMania, but you got a lot to prove tonight, because if you miss, it's a rebound off the glass, shake and bake 360, booyah, ball game. So, well, we saw last week where it was ruled a no contest. I thought Jimmy won, but anyway. But we move on. So Jimmy goes to the ring. And then Carmelo comes out and says, hey, I wasn't going to come out here and say nothing, but since you want to talk, let's talk about it. You're out here talking like you're the one, but the truth is you're really the two. And you want to talk about me missing? Well, you don't have to worry about that. I won't miss, because my name is not Tyrese Halliburton. Ooh. Hey, the Pacers have been doing pretty good shit this month. Not that I watch basketball that much, but best record in January for the Pacers, who have the best record, not the best record in the league per se, but they had a pretty damn good record this month, really. That's pretty damn good. Alright, so he says, Big Jim, get your guard up, Oos, because I'm going to drop 50 on your head. Let's see what happens with that. But anyway, get the match on the way, and pretty much it was a back and forth match, lots of near falls, kind of like a repeat of last week. Jimmy goes for the spear, Melo countered it with the first 48 for a near fall, goes for the fade away, and Jimmy avoided it, and he hits a super kick for a near fall. Then he goes up top for the Uso Superfly Splash. Hayes got his knees up. Then he rolls Jimmy over for a near fall. Then he hits a running pump knee strike. And then Carmelo goes for the Superfly Splash, and he actually hit it. And got a very near fall, 2.99999999999999999 Batman 5. So he gets that. And Carmelo is pissed off. He's frustrated. He goes to the top turnbuckle again. Jimmy with a step-up enziguri. He goes for the Avalanche Samoan drop. But somehow Carmelo landed on his feet, which was nice. But then the referee caught Melo using the top rope for leverage on a, I believe, a pinfall attempt. And then Jimmy rolls up Melo with a handful of underwear. 1, 2, 3. Jimmy gets the win, and Melo's like, hey, you. Jimmy's like, gotcha. Alright, so Jimmy gets the win, and no interference from Tamatanga and Jacob. But interesting enough, anybody see Shinsuke in the background when Jimmy was doing his promo? What are you thinking there, Shinsuke? The United States champ. And they're teasing a lot. They were teasing a lot tonight. Shinsuke was like backstage, you know when Damian Priest was cutting a promo with R-Fool and then Eli Drake comes in. You see Shinsuke in the background, just like observing. Challengers, perhaps? Maybe. Or he's already beaten Eli Drake, not once, but twice. We could see Poppy Priest versus Shinsuke for the U.S. belt. Maybe Poppy wins it. I don't know. At least, don't give it all the truth, but he already held that one once or twice anyway. Not that it lasted that long, but whatever. We got that. Alright, so I gave that match 2.5 out of, excuse me, 3 out of 5 stars. That's that. Then we get a Royal Rumble by the numbers package. Pretty damn nice. Alright, then we go to our second match of the night for the Women's United States Championship. We had our president of the women's division, Chelsea Green, with the secretary of her fence, Doudrop, Piper Niven. She takes on Mia Yim. This is their third match. And Chelsea is 2-0. So she faces Mia Yim with B-Fab at ringside for the title. Mia Yim comes in with her trusty kendo stick. And that's it. Match was okay. Eventually, Chelsea, they're fighting by the timekeepers area, and somehow Chelsea got the kendo stick and smacked no, actually take that back. Mia Yim got the kendo stick and started wailing on Chelsea, and that caused a disqualification, but Chelsea Green retains the title via disqualification. And now Mia Yim, I think she said, this is my final chance. Well, you should have never brought the kendo stick to the ring, because you knew what that was gonna mean. So, I can bet you nothing that Mia's gonna go to Nick Aldis and saying, bitching and complaining, saying that, Chelsea doesn't fight fair, and then Nick is like, well, you shouldn't have brought the stick to the ring, you know what happens. You knew it was gonna happen, even if you had B-Fab there, with Piper there, you knew some chicanery was gonna happen, so I am not gonna grant you another title match. Back in the line, you gotta earn it. Or you just don't get a title match as long as Chelsea is the champ. That's what I would do. Like, nope, no more, 3 strikes, you're out. But knowing WWE logic, they'll give me a fourth match, and it's going to be probably a no disqualification, no holds barred match. So they might give her finally give her the title after 4 tries. Who knows? Who cares? Alright, so match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Chelsea retains the title via disqualification. Moving on. Alright, there we go. Backstage, we had Byron Saxton. He's with the still our women's tag team champions. We got Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's actually her hair. She's Bianca Belair. And her good friend, another woman with a weave, and that's Naomi. So Byron asks, what happens if it comes down to the two of you? Bianca's tired of being asked that question because they're going to be a tag team. They're going to be a tag team going into the Rumble, and after the Rumble, that's all that matters. We're going to support each other regardless of the outcome. And Naomi has a match with Liv Morgan later on, and says that Liv and Raquel, they need to be ready to Rumble. They might be coming for the tag team belts eventually, because they're two-time former women's tag team champions. So what happens? We'll see what happens with that. Maybe we'll get the start of who attacked Jade. I think we'll definitely see Jade in the Rumble tomorrow. It'll be like a shock if she's not actually in it. She made her debut last year, so how fitting it would be for her to return. And then probably after that, as we go to the Elimination Chamber, we'll start playing the seeds of who attacked Jade. I still think it's probably going to be Naomi. But then again, it could be Bianca finally turning heel. But you never know. We'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we had Stephanie McMahon, I think, and one of her daughters in the crowd. Hi, Steph. It's always good to see Steph. Steph's got a new show called Stephanie's Places or something like that, where she goes to different places with different WWE superstars. I saw the trailer for it, and she's with Stone Cold Steve Austin on his ranch. She's on a boat with the entire bloodline. I mean, collective bloodline. Roman's there, the Usos, Sami Zayn's actually on it. Like, what are you doing there? Jacob, Solo. I gotta relook at it. I think we saw, like, Hikuleo, Tonga Loa were there. Solo, like I said. I think we saw Jacob. I think we did see Hikuleo and, Zila Fatu, who are eventually going to be coming up soon, Lance Anoa'i, people like that. So the entire bloodline on a boat, and Stephanie's there acknowledging us, and all that's great stuff. I don't know why you would be there alone with the entire bloodline. There's Steph. I'm not going to go there with that, but, moving on. Alright, so great to see Steph. And that's that. Then we go backstage, we have Santos Escobar. He's there, and he wants to remind the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, that they have to fight for scraps. Meanwhile, we know that the Machine Guns have a tag team title match, 2 out of 3 falls against DIY tomorrow at the Rumble. So the Guns want to be on the same page with Los Lobos, that's Hector, goddammit, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. So Angel Garza says if the Guns beat DIY for the belts tomorrow night, we want our shot, and we're coming after them. So Shelly and Sabin like, well, okay, we'll see you. Alright, so we get that. Alright, so I get a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a Charlotte Flair promo. So we finally see Horseface Charlotte Flair doing a promo. She basically admits she's selfish. Took you like, what, 5 years to figure that out? Says, they say I'm greedy. Why wouldn't I be? I worked my ass off this past year to get where I am. I've heard the whispers, I heard the stories, but guess what? They're all true. I will be at the Rumble. I've had one goal since I started, and I reached that goal pretty much 14 times. I stayed at the top for the last 10. I'm not going to let last year define me. I am fortunate. I am blessed. I'm also the history-making, groundbreaking, never scared, self-made, always prepared, always the woman in WWE. That's Charlotte Flair. So whether she wins or not, remains to be seen. But she is going to get a title reign, so she's definitely going to win number 15. And how long she holds that belt for, whether it be probably be the Smackdown title. And I think, sadly, she's going to be Tiffy Tiff. Hopefully not at Mania, though, but we'll see. Alright, so I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the ring. We have Poppy Priest, Damian Priest, the Punisher. So he comes out, talks about 4 years ago, I started on Monday Night Raw. Now I'm here on Smackdown. And, I was a nobody on Raw. Now I won the world title. I'm not trying to live in the past. That was then, this is now. I'm on Smackdown. And I'm not trying to make a name for myself. I'm not trying to make an impact. Nice little reference there. I'm trying to win championships. And it's going to start by me winning the Royal Rumble and secure my spot at WrestleMania. And when that show goes off the air, it will be my hand getting raised as world champ. So, he won it last year. Can he win it this year? Don't know. So then the Bloodline comes out. We had Jacob Fatu and the Gremlin, Tamatanga, outside. And Jacob with another fucking epic promo. Basically saying that me and Tama run SmackDown now. You know how it is. He's like, you know what I mean? Fatu! And he's like, oh, you can get your hair all braided all you want, Priest, but you don't get it twisted. When you come around me, I'm off the leash. I'm a go-getter now. I'm all gas, no brakes. I will break you off and beat your ass. And me and Tama are pretty much running SmackDown until Tonga Loa comes back from his injury. And who knows what's going to happen with Solo. Who basically kind of walked out. Rabbit ears. So it means it's not true. So, we'll see what happens with that. And then, so he says that. Crowd goes nuts. I was like, damn, I'm loving Jacob Fatu on the mic right now. He's just gold. Then Damon's like, that's it? You're supposed to intimidate me with that? No. He's like, Jacob, you should know better. You know where I came from. As a matter of fact, we're both from the streets, right? So why are we talking? Let's fight. So out of nowhere, he super kicks Tamatanga. And then he has a big standoff with Jacob. Oh, hell is breaking loose in Indy. And then eventually, 2-on-1 beatdown on Poppy Priest. Tamatanga grabs a steel chair, trying to do what they did to Jimmy last year. Mess up his neck and everything. And then, Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah, he comes out, makes a save. Gets a big boot through the chair. And then Jacob just punches the chair out of Eli's hand after Eli grabbed it. That was impressive. And then Poppy super kicks Jacob. And then Eli with a chair across the back of Jacob. And then Eli says, you just got got it beat down and you can get your ass kicked again. You talk about the numbers game over and over and over on anybody. Well, I got a couple of numbers for you. I got you two cross-eyed half-wits. Later tonight against these two, the Street King Damian Priest and a man they call the Megastar, with everybody saying, yeah! So we got a tag team match in our main event tonight. Bobby Priest and Eli Drake teaming for the first time against Jacob and Tama Tonga. So we get that. Alright, so I give that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to the 8-man tag team match. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin teaming up with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo with the lovely Alexa Lopez. They take on the Smackdown Tag Team Champions DIY, the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. Teaming up with the Yes Boys, Elton Strong, remember, and Kit Wilson. And that's that. Now, this was one of those matches like, can both teams coexist? Well, Pretty Deadly and DIY for most of the match were like a well-oiled machine, and the Guns and Los Lobos, eventually they did some flippy dippity doos, but then later on there was some misunderstanding of a tag. I think Shelley got the tag to Sabin. And then Los Lobos basically like, well, fuck you guys, we're out. So they leave, pretty much, the Machine Guns for dead, a 4-on-2 beatdown, but eventually, the Machine Guns come back, and I don't know how they did it, but they pin the champs after Ciampa hits a big lariato, then he advertently kicks Elton Prince off the apron, and then calls him stupid, dude. And then, Kit Wilson goes to kick out his partner, and he was pissed. He's like, well, fuck you guys now. So, the Yes Boys leave the champs basically for dead, as Chris Sabin, on the distraction, rolled up Ciampa 1, 2, 3 to pick up the victory for his team. So, in the 8-man tag team match, the Machine Guns pin the champs. And that's it. Match was alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then we see Johnny Gargano and Ciampa's like, hey, you gotta do that 2 more times. You gotta do that twice tomorrow. It's gonna be a great match. Probably might steal the show, but who knows. I just don't think the Machine Guns are gonna get it back for a second time. I just don't think so. So I'm thinking DIY will somehow retain. Probably in the 3rd fall. I think it's gonna be... I think Sabin and Shelley will win the first fall, and then Ciampa and Gargano will scramble and win the second fall, and we'll go to a 3rd fall, which is going to be epic, and then eventually, I think, either the Mexican Wolves come out, or the Yes Boys come out, and try to, more random BS, and then, while all that BS happens with all the distractions, eventually, I think DIY will pin either Sabin or Shelley to retain the belts. So, I don't think we're going to get a title change tomorrow. I just don't think that. Alright, so I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then, we go to the resident gremlin, Tama Tonga, kind of makes a hint that he wants the tag team titles back that he had with, at one point, Jacob. And then at another point, his good buddy Tama Tonga, the Grills of Destiny. I think Johnny Gargano is trying to play peacemaker between Ciampa and the Yes Boys. He says that Pretty Deadly can lose their shot at the tag team belts if DIY loses to the Motor City Machine Guns at the Rumble. And Elton responds by saying that, you guys are going to fight alone tomorrow. We don't need us, because you screwed that up. So we got that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright. Then we go to Mitchell Cole and Pat McAfee over by the side of the stage. They talked to Tyrese Halliburton, who's all excited to be here. Didn't we see you in NXT a couple months ago? The Pacers have the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow night, like an hour before the Royal Rumble's gonna start. But he says, I will be there at the Rumble immediately after the game. So, the game's at, I think, 5 p.m. Local time. So the game should end about between 7 and 8. So it might be there for the end of the Royal Rumble, but who knows. And then Pat McAfee pokes fun at Michael Cole's crowd surfing skills, like I mentioned before, which was horrible. Cody wasn't that bad, but still. Why would you want to help Cody crowd surf? Just drop the guy. Like William Yuta too, but that's another story for another time. Blah 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 blah. Moving on. Alright. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. They're getting a big, long video package hyping up Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens in the ladder match at the Rumble for the Undisputed WWE belt. It's gonna be great. I hope Kevin, throws back to Final Battle 2012 when they had the 2 ladders and then the bridge ladder, and then he hits the package power driver on Cody. Cody's laid out, and then freaking Kevin goes up the Doomsday ladder, which Jericho had. He brought in from somewhere in the Hammerstein, and then he hits the package power driver. Freaking Jericho's out. Kevin goes up the big ladder and, barely pulled it down. We could see that. That would be a great spot. But then eventually Cody will come back even with a broken freaking neck and still win the belt. Retain the belt. But, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to match number 4. Naomi versus Liv Morgan. This was actually pretty damn good. Eventually, Raquel tries to stop the split-legged moonsault near the end. And Bianca then knocked Raquel on her keister. And then Liv goes for a sunset flip. Naomi rolled her up on the rebound for the 1, 2, 3. And Naomi picks up a pretty shocking victory over a former women's champion in Liv Morgan. And then, so I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Liv and Raquel beat the fuck out of them. So, possible women's tag team title match coming up down the line. So we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, then we quickly go to match number 5. Andrade taking on The Miz. Wasn't a bad match. We got an avalanche Spanish fly by Andrade for a near fall. He drags Miz to the corner for the double moonsault. Miz avoided that. Then we have a roll-up exchange, and then as they get up, Andrade hits the discus back elbow, and you see freaking Miz go, bleh! Everybody, and then the commentary thought it was a tooth. I think it looked like spit or gum. Who knows? But anyway, Andrade gets the win with the discus elbow smash. So that's pretty damn nice. So Andrade gets the win over Miz, and I gave that match a mid 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Alright, there we see Poppy walking in the back. He runs into Santos Escobar. It says that, since you're new here, perhaps Legado can, have your back. And then Damon's like, no ese, no amigo, we no amigo. Basically, he's like, we're not friends. Why are you wasting my time? And then Santos says that, says Dom was right. Your ego always gets in the way. And then Damon's like, you better watch your mouth, watch what you say next, pal. And, Santos says, alright, I'm gonna take it easy for now, but, I'll see you in the parking lot. No, he didn't say that, but he says, Damien, I'll see you later. So he leaves, and then Damien keeps going down whatever path he's going down in the back. He runs into R-Fool, who somehow is now on Smackdown thanks to the transfer window. He's officially now, because the transfer window roster will now be set with Raw and Smackdown, as of the Royal Rumble. So Truth's like, hey, welcome, it's Monday night, we're on Raw! And, you gotta love R-Truth sometimes, he's funny, he's a national treasure, and then, he's like, I went to Adam Pearce's office, he's got hair and a British accent, and Priest's like, hey, asshole, it's fucking Friday night, not Monday night. And he's like, never change their truth, never change. And then Drake comes in, and then he talks the truth, and stuff like that, and then he talks to Priest about the match with Jacob and Tama Tonga, says we're gonna handle our business, but we're both in the Rumble. I think they're in the Rumble, so it's every man for himself. We might be friends tonight, but we will not be friends in that ring tomorrow night. And he does like I know what the rules are. And then Truth welcomes Priest to Raw. Yeah. So and then Truth's like, we should form a tag team. Oh God. What would you call that? I don't even know. Alright, so we get that. So 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we see the SmackDown Women's Champion is Tiffy time! Daddy! What's wrong, Sunshine? That fat bitch squashed my stomach! And I'm puking bad! I'm mad, Daddy! It's okay, Sunshine. Take the Pepto-Bismol. You'll get it back. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck her up, Daddy. Just for you. Yeah. I don't even want to go to the store now. I want to go back to bed now. Yeah. Good night, Sunshine. Okay. Alright, so Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton is walking in the back looking amazing. And speaking of amazing, she walks right into Sabina Vega, who's now on SmackDown. And Sabina's like, I came over from Raw, but I got something on my mind, and that's that little title that you hold there, Tiffy. So Tiffy's like, well, good luck in the Rumble, because this is the closest you're going to get to my belt. So we got all that. So I gave that first part 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then we go to Pat McAfee, who says, will a Doctor of Thugonomics be able to win his 3rd Royal Rumble and tie Stone Cold Steve Austin's record? And basically, he says, John Cena retirement tour begins tomorrow, Cole. I doubt he's going to win. I don't want him to win. Unless he wins the Chamber. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so they kind of run down the card a little bit. And then he says, one young lady is going to be watching the Women's Royal Rumble, and that is the champ, Tiffany Stratton, who basically comes out and says, this may be my first championship on SmackDown, but I've always been championship material, and the only difference between now and a year ago is everybody else knows it. Put some respect on my goddamn name. And then Pat McAfee says, well, there's a lot of women in that Rumble. You could be facing Bianca Belair. It could be Bayley. It could be Candice LeRae. As you know, you pissed a lot of people off along the way to get to the top. Even Nia Jax. And Terry's like, hey, did you hear me last week? I don't care who wins the Rumble, because it's always Tiffy time. And if Nia, Jax wants to go ahead and win the Rumble, Tamara, that's fine because she underestimated me before, and I'll just do it again. And then Candice LeRae comes out and says, "You weak, pathetic fool." It says, "You don't even deserve to say Nia's name after what you did. And you know what? You didn't just betray Nia, you betrayed me." And she's like, "That's right. You did piss a lot of people off, including me, and you did it because you're jealous of Nia. And Nia prefers me as a tag team partner over you. Enjoy what Tiffy time you have left, because I've entered the Rumble. You know what? I'm going to make you regret ever stabbing us in the back." So Tiffy's like, "Really? You actually think I'm jealous of you? I'm the champ, bitch. And all you'll ever be is Nia Jax's little sidekick, unlike me, and you'll never be able to touch this belt." And then, she's backing Candice into the corner. The crowd's like, "Ah!" And then, if you notice, Candice like, "Move, move, move!" You can read lips. She's like, "Move, move, move." And then Nia squashes Candice in the corner like a bug. Oops. And then Tiffy, kicks away at Nia, but that didn't work because she goes off the ropes and Nia hits a mean Samoan drop. And then, when she goes to the Samoan drop, Tiffy lands back on her feet and hits some forearms. Nia then drops her with a pop-up headbutt. Ow. And then she drags Tiffy Tiff to the corner, hits the Annihilator right down on her chest cavity, her stomach. So she lays out the champ, so we'll see what happens with Tiffy Tiff, Nia Jax, and the entire women's, the women's Royal Rumble, and who will face either Mommy Rhea Ripley or Tiffy Tiff at Mania. I think it's going to be Charlotte Flair taking on Tiffy Tiff, probably on night 1, and then probably night 2 we'll get Rhea Ripley and possibly Bianca Belair or somebody for the Raw Women's Championship. And we got that. And we move on. Alright, so I give it a 7.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to your main event of Smackdown. Poppy Priest and Eat Like Drake taking on Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. This match was brutal. Lots of big beefy men slapping meat in the match. But eventually, match lasted a very long time. But we're getting to the end. And they go to the outside and fighting by the timekeeper's area and everything. But we get back inside. Jacob headbutts the back of Poppy's head. Tama Tonga connects with the leaping DDT for a near fall. Eli with a running boot to Jacob. And then a running cross body block into the timekeeper's area. Once again. And then Poppy stops the sliding lariat by Tama Tonga. Goes for South to Heaven, but Tama lands back on his feet. But Priest comes back with an inside-out Lariato. Then he plants Tama Tonga with South to Heaven. 1, 2, 3, they get the win. Match was alright, 3 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Jacob, being a spoil sport, he super kicks Poppy Priest. Hits the Samoan drop. Basically laid out Priest, and Eli wasn't even there to see it or could do anything. So, hits the pop-up Samoan drop on Poppy, then lays him out with a double jump moonsault as the show quickly goes right off the air. So we could see a Jacob Fatu Poppy Priest feud coming out of the Royal Rumble, and we'll see what happens with that. But all in all, a pretty, standard show, and I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or you can do your own video if you like. And that's pretty much it. But don't forget to comment on the video. Don't leave stupid comments. You're going to get blocked. If you don't like it, tough shit. But anything pertaining to wrestling or to sports or music, that's fine. But really try to keep it to the topic at hand. But, that's that. We can talk about music on my Metal Guy channel, and all the other stuff like that. But like I said, keep it respectful, and if you want to leave a comment, leave it on the comment at hand. You can just say great vid, Pete, and then I'll allow that. But any stupid comments, you're gonna get deleted and blocked. So like I say, you don't like it, tough shit. But we're at that. So 7 out of 10 stars for that, and hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please hit that like button. If you're brand new here, hit that subscribe button on this channel, my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Hit that bell so you don't miss anything. If you miss anything, you missed a lot. And just enjoy my channel, enjoy my content. Leave a comment if you wish, and all that other good stuff. All right, guys, I'm about to pass out. I'm gonna go to bed, get some rest, and then get up, have some breakfast, and then probably around 12, 1 o'clock, I'm gonna do my AEW Dynamite review over on my Peter Joseph channel. Then probably after I eat lunch, I'd say probably around 3, 4 o'clock, I'm gonna do episode number 59 or episode 60 of the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series. We're gonna do our Royal Rumble predictions, which, it's hard to predict the men's and women's Royal Rumble, but, I think looking at the entire, all the people that are going to be in the Rumble and some surprises that we don't know yet, it's hard to pick who could possibly win the men's and women's Royal Rumble. Then we got the tag team title match with DIY and the Machine Guns, who had a 3 falls. I think Logic's gonna prevail there, and I think DIY will win the match in the 3rd and deciding fall. But it's gonna be a great match, possibly steal the show. And then we got Cody versus Kevin Owens for the Undisputed title in a ladder match. It's gonna be brutal, but I think different direction, but we'll see what happens with that. Then, as far as the men's Royal Rumble, we got Logan Paul, Cena, Roman. We got a list of stars. We can see The Rock coming out possibly at number 30. Logan Paul could come out at number 30 and get massive heat. But the men and women number 30 could be very, very, very interesting. But I think Roman's going to come out probably in the late, around the 20s, maybe before, not 30, obviously, but I think it's going to be, I would say, between 15 and maybe 27. He's going to come out fresh, but I think the final 4 for the men probably be Punk, Roman, Drew McIntyre, and probably be Cena. So, Punk, Cena, Roman, Drew. Probably be your final 4. Maybe Seth to be in the final 4, and not Drew. But, we'll see what happens with that. As far as the women go, final 4, I'd probably put Io, Becky if she's in it, Charlotte Flair, and probably Bianca. But I think the final 2 for the men would probably be Punk and Cena. Who knows? But we'll see what happens. That final 2 for the women, I think, is going to be probably won't be Bayley because she won it last year. So I doubt it's going to be Bayley. I think it's going to be Io and Charlotte. And we all know. I wish it was if it's Io and Charlotte. It's gonna piss me off that Charlotte's gonna eliminate Io, but I would mark the fuck out if Io wins the Royal Rumble by eliminating Charlotte at the end. But But in general, if Io wins, I'm gonna mark out. But that's my pick. But that's my overall pick. Logical pick is Charlotte if they go that route. But I think they should not go that route. I think Charlotte and Cena should win the Elimination Chamber. And have, really, maybe I don't want Bianca to win the Rumble, but they really haven't, teased anything regarding the women's titles, really. I mean, kind of did see a little bit of a Charlotte Flair, maybe a Tiffany Stratton thing, but really didn't see much of it. And for Mommy Rhea Ripley, really nothing. So it's a toss-up for the women. But I still think, logically, Charlotte will win, go to Mania, and face Tiffy Tiff. Probably win number 15 at Mania, but, Tiffy is still be in the title picture. She get her a rematch, probably a Backlash. And we'll see what happens with that. So, but like I said, the men's and women's Royal Rumble is kind of, sort of predictable. But we'll get that, and I think Cody will retain his Undisputed title in that ladder match, and DIY probably will retain. But like I said, I'll do a little bit more, I'll get a little bit more in-depth with my predictions tomorrow, later tomorrow, on the Shadow Slayer episode 59, I believe it's 59 or 60, with the Royal Rumble predictions. And then we'll do the review for the Royal Rumble tomorrow night, after the pay-per-view goes off the air. And then Sunday, we'll talk about Collision and TNA and Ring of Honor, as Ring of Honor last week hit episode 100, so it'll be episode 101 of Ring of Honor TV, as it keeps chugging along. And with TNA, we're getting ready for Rebellion in February, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so it's going to be a busy weekend. Please hit that bell so you don't miss anything, because if you miss anything, there will be a test, and you will fail. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to bed, because it's almost, late, and I gotta do some stuff, and, God forbid Rosa gets up for, a late night snack, which she wants, a little, but I'm tired as fuck. I can't. Even in my I want to go to bed state, I can still do my business, but I'm fucking not in the. I'm not saying I'm not in the mood, but I'm just tired as fuck right now. So maybe in the morning I'll get some morning, but we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Once again, 7 out of 10 stars for Smackdown, and tomorrow we're gonna enjoy the Royal Rumble. And we'll be on the road to WrestleMania. It should be a good time as we hit Monday Night Raw this Monday with the aftermath of the Rumble. The new rosters will be pretty much done with the transfer window draft. Well, might be another WWE draft later on in the year. We'll see. But Raw and SmackDown should be pretty good. Raw's going to be in Cleveland this Monday night, and next Friday night, SmackDown will be in Memphis, Tennessee. Yep! And then we'll be on the road to the Elimination Chamber, as we'll be going down south, and then we'll head north. We do have a show at the Garden for Raw. That should be interesting on Netflix, coming up in March. And then we're going to Toronto. Well, actually, before we even hit the Garden in March, we'll be in Toronto. Then we'll start the 1.5 month long road to WrestleMania. Because after the Elimination Chamber, March the 1st, the next stop is Vegas and WrestleMania for that. So we got basically a month and change, about 6 weeks after the Elimination Chamber, we'll be hitting Mania. And then, after Mania, we just got little filler pay-per-views until we hit SummerSlam Night 1 and 2 at MetLife Stadium in early August. And then at the end of August, we got a sorta new pay-per-view called Clash in Paris, which used to be called Clash at the Castle or Bash in Berlin. Now we're getting Clash in Paris, and that's going to be at the end of August. I believe it's August the 30th. Or 31st, I believe. Yeah, I think it's the 31st. And then the week after that was after Labor Day weekend. Well, not Labor Day weekend, but that pay-per-view is on a Sunday, and then September 1st, I think, is Labor Day, or it could be the 8th. I think it's the 1st, but anyway, that first weekend of September will be All Out, number 5 or 6. I don't even know what number it's up to anymore. So we got that coming up in September, and then eventually for NXT's coming up with Halloween Havoc. We got Supercard of Honor coming up, pretty much the night before WrestleMania and NXT and everything. So it's gonna go pretty much get swallowed up by SmackDown and the Hall of Fame. TNA will have something that weekend. So got a lot of stuff at WrestleMania weekend, but I'll do a SmackDown review, and then I'll probably do the NXT Stand and Deliver predictions, and then probably after Stand and Deliver is done, I'll try to get a quick review of that as we go into Night 1 of Mania, which I'll be watching live. I will do the review after the show. So I will do a WrestleMania Night 1 review, but then Easter, I probably would not do any videos that entire day or night, because I'd be with the family and the missus for Easter. I might watch a little bit of Mania on the phone on Fight TV or Triller TV, Bleacher Report, whatever, which one I watch. But I will watch some of the pay-per-view on night 2, and then I'll do the review probably Monday afternoon before I go out to my doctor, I go to therapy that day. So we'll do that, and then we'll see how everything goes. But like I said before, April's a little bit tricky, because my work schedule is going to be changing a little bit. Right around WrestleMania time. Well, before Easter, that's definite. But as we go to Mania, it's a little bit. I'm not gonna be here like all the time. I might be here part time. I'm not. Maybe once in a while, because I'll be so busy with work and everything. Weekends I'll have off, so I can do videos on the weekends when I can. But as we go to May and June, it gets a little bit, tricky. But I'll let you guys know in a couple months, and with all that, that's that. I hope you filed you're starting to get your taxes in order, and hopefully you start filing good taxes early. You don't want to do it, at the last minute before we hit April 15th or the 18th, whenever tax day is. So don't forget to file your taxes, because great man Mike Rotunda might come to your house and kick your ass. But we'll see what happens with that. I did get some tax stuff in the mail, and I gave it to my accountant. So just waiting to see how much my tax refund is. It probably won't be a lot, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. If I get a little, great. If I get a lot, even better. But I think a lot of us would love to get a big, fat, huge tax return or tax refund coming in between March and May or June, where we get the federal and the state tax refund. I don't know if I'm going to get both of them. I might just get one. Who knows? But we'll see when I get the actual letter from my accountant in the mail. So we'll see what happens with that as we go through all February. I probably won't know my my refund till March anyway. So probably by the end of February or early to mid March, I'll know what my refund is, and I guess I gotta wait till the check comes in. Then I gotta cash it. Probably will deposit it in my bank, and then, probably after that I gotta pay my bills. Because I use that for my bills and my vacation. So, but we'll see what happens with that. But when we get to July and August, we'll probably be talking about when my vacation will be. Probably be the end of July or maybe mid-August, like I usually do. But I might take 2 vacations. Who knows? Take the usual around the end of July vacation for about a week, about a couple of days, so a few weeks. Not a few weeks. I wish. A couple of days. About I'd say 3-4 days. I'll be incommunicado on YouTube and everything. Not even giving 2 fucks about it. And then August will probably be my weekend vacation. When I usually go to Atlantic City, or I go to California to see a couple of my buddies in California. I haven't seen them. I want to see them. Because the whole thing with the fires, their houses did not get affected. Thank the Lord. But certain people, there's celebrities that lost all their houses. They had fire aid. Like last night, Thursday night, with Lady Gaga pretty much headlining it. Dr. Dre was there, Green Day, Alanis Morissette, lots of stars there. It was just an amazing concert at the Intuit Dome, and actually at the which was the Staples Center. Then he went to the other arena. I think they went to the T-Mobile Arena in LA for the second half of it. So it's a pretty long night. Lots of great singers and celebrities and people, even normal everyday people like you and me, talking about the horrific events of the LA wildfires. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're gonna do any benefit concerts for the plane crashes in DC and in Philly. And like I said, once again, my heartfelt condolences and prayers go out to the families of the lost people that died in that tragedy. 67 people died in the DC crash. So far, 6 people have died in the explosion and plane crash in Philly, right near a mall. Don't know how that happened. I don't even remember. I didn't really watch how or hear what happened with the DC plane, but pretty much I think everybody on the jet basically died, and I think the military plane, everybody died there too. So, but lots of things need to get done with the FAA and aviation in general. We need better people to take care of this thing. I did hear something like Reagan Airport was understaffed that night. How? And maybe the air traffic controller was woohoo. So who knows? But I think a lot of people now are kind of concerned about flying. Especially around Easter time when kids kids who are in school, they gotta come back and be with their families for Easter, stuff like that. So basically, the FAA has indefinitely shut down the low-altitude helicopter corridor that was in use at the time of Wednesday night's fatal mid-air crash in D.C. near Reagan Airport. Wow, I'm just looking at the explosion of the medevac jet, which I think with 6 people on board, and all of them died in Philly. Like, it just plunged to the ground and exploded into a humongous fireball right near a freaking mall. Damn. I feel bad because it's like right on a freaking road where cars are going right down the road. Next thing you know, you see a freaking plane go whoop, boom. You know, it's just sad. And, you know, they're talking to witnesses about this and like, you know, you know, they're driving down the road. Next thing you know, you hear a boom. You think it's something else, and then you see this big fireball. Now, right near a mall, so it could have been a lot worse. But as far as I know, 6 people on board were killed. I don't think any civilians in Philly were hurt. I haven't heard anything about that, but the video showed the aircraft plunging to the ground. So it could have lost fuel. There was maybe some mechanical problems with the plane. I don't know. The mayor of Philly said several houses and vehicles impacted by the plane crash. No reports on the number of fatalities just yet. Cannot confirm any survivors. But I think they did say on Fox News that all 6 people died on the plane. So that just sucks. And like I said, hopefully we don't find out that any civilians on the ground were hurt by the explosion, like flying debris or anything like that. So I'll probably find out tomorrow what happened, how many people passed away besides the 6 that we know of. So just craziness in the world. And we're only in the first month. We just finished the first month of the year, and we had just chaos under Trump's watch. I knew it was going to be chaos. I thought we were going to start, going in a good direction. Now we're pretty much we're in the same boat we were 4 years ago. There's, chaos and, ugh. But hopefully we turn it around as we pretty much have started February. So hopefully February is a better month. We lost 5 people this month. Black Bart, we lost Marian Faithfull last night from, singer who did The Memory Remains by Metallica. We lost Colonel the Beers. We lost Black Bart, like I said. Lost a couple other wrestlers in the wrestling realm. And, last night we lost the first musician of the year, Marian Faithfull, like I said. But So 2025, pretty much the first 31 days have just been utter chaos, and hopefully, I know there's going to be more to come, because, that's how the world works sometimes, but hopefully, as we go for the next 11 months and change, it'll get better, not so many, hopefully no more tragedies like the last 2 we've had with the planes and the wildfires. We don't need any more of that. And I know we're going to be getting into hurricane season soon, so hopefully we don't get major Cat 5 plus hurricanes, but you never know with the weather. But, hopefully we don't get Cat 5s around my area or in Puerto Rico, where Issa lives and anything. They went through that a few years ago. Florida doesn't need another one. They had, I think, 2 big ones last year. One just destroying Tampa, ripping apart Tropicana Field. Lots of bad stuff happened last year in weather and sports and just overall. And it feels like 2025 is starting off like a carbon copy, like every other year before that. But alright, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm tired. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the video. And until next time, my friends, get some sleep. And if you're in the West Coast, go to sleep. Well, if you're in the East Coast, I hope you finally getting finally going to sleep. Or if you already went to sleep an hour and 45 minutes ago from this video. Sorry. But it is what it is. But if you're on the West Coast, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. So get some sleep, and I hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the Royal Rumble tomorrow. I'll see you guys for all the videos tomorrow. But until next time, if you're not down with that and all my spiel, well, fuck you, man. Because you can't do anything about it. So, that's that. And until next time, good night.